Legend Arsenio Hall had us all laughing alongside Eddie Murphy in the hit movie Coming to America. And in 1989, he burst onto the late night scene with the Arsenio Hall Show. It quickly became a pop culture phenomenon, and it changed TV forever.
And now Arsenio has given us an exclusive backstage pass into his life and his career in a new book called Arsenio, a Memoir. Arsenio Hall, we are so happy. We've been waiting all day
We
for
have
this.
been talking about this all day. This memoir is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And you really do reveal a lot about your life. You say that part of what was hard is that you didn't remember all your stories, but you got to connect with all these family and friends and dive into this exceptional life.
I had to call my mother more than I like to.
Look at your mother.
Your beautiful mother.
Yeah. And you know what? Your granddad is mentioned in this book.
I know.
Because, you know, back in the day, my mother was a Democrat. My dad was a Republican. You know, my dad used to talk about Nixon foreign policy, and my mom would say, Kennedy is so fine. And, so I heard both sides.
Yes.
And when I did Bill Clinton,
which was a big moment in that campaign.
With the
because
sax.
We all can
92.
remember it. He came on your show.
There it is.
He played the sax. He has said that was sort of a turning point in the campaign where, for some of y'all that weren't alive, he went on to beat my grandfather.
Yeah, and you know, it was a time in politics when we saw it changing. When I was growing up, on Sunday morning, you campaigned on a television show. Now you have to do everything from Charlemagne the God to Jimmy Kimmel to run for office. And I think I was a part of
that. Was probably
that.
The first time.
Yeah, that people started, sought out that young demo.
Yeah.
And I remember pitching your granddad's camp because I wanted to do both sides.
Yes.
I wanted to show young people both sides because I grew up hearing and learning both sides. And we heard from a gentleman named Marlon Fitzwater, if you remember that name, who was saying, no way.
Although what a mistake. And what's crazy is that Bill Clinton became like a second son to my father.
That's cool.
They became very close friends. So you open the memoir with this scene from the Emmys. You talk about how you were kind of like nervous to go in, but really all of these, Trevor Noah and all these guys said to you, like, you're our hero.
Yeah, because once again, I don't know, I'm a shy kid, I'm a recluse, and going into that environment, I always feel like an outsider.
Even now?
Coming in, oh yeah. I mean, I saw Kelsey Grammer and Ted Danson talking, and I used to share an office on the Paramount lot where Cheers was.
Yeah.
And, but I saw them, and I wanted to run up and hug them, but you know, I just walked by, and I'm that guy. But to go inside and to have John Oliver know you.
Yes.
And to have Trevor Noah say, holding an Emmy, I'm not even here without what you did, dog. And that felt good, and I was able to go home and smoke a joint happily.
That's good, better than unhappily, you know what I mean?
Well, Arsenio, I want to say that those guys speak for an entire generation of us. I was coming up in high school when your show premiered in '89. And I liked late night TV and I liked SNL, but it felt a little, some of it, like it was for my dad, maybe. And that's no disrespect to them, to Johnny Carson and all them.
Yeah.
And then you came out and you were having on the movie stars and the movies I liked, and you were having on the musicians of the records I was listening to.
Speaking of a G thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But a G.
Snoop, Tupac, Tribe Called Quest, all that stuff.
Fun.
And you brought that.
Michael Jackson.
Of course, Michael Jackson. So was that a concerted thing for you to say, I grew up loving The Tonight Show and I respect that, but I want to do something a little different?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I used to love to go to lunch with people I idolized because that was college for me, to sit with Larry King or to sit with Don Cornelius. And I remember somebody saying to me, get your own audience. As a matter of fact, Ed McMahon told me, he said, Johnny likes you. And I'm like, really? Because at that time, I was hosting for Joan Rivers because she had quit, and I'm doing the last 11 weeks of her contract at Fox. And Ed McMahon at lunch said, Johnny loves you because you're doing something different. And a lot of people have come into late night trying to be the next Johnny.
Yes.
And I didn't want Alan King or Stephen Edie. I wanted Dr. Dre and Q-Tip and Busta Rhymes, which was a problem because I probably could have gone a more conventional route and been in a position to maybe inherit Johnny's audience when he left. But I think I'd rather do 6 years with what I love than 20 years just trying to conform. And I love my career.
Yeah.
I love my history.
And the irony of that, Arsenio, is what you were bringing the audience became the mainstream.
Yeah, exactly.
Shortly
It's
thereafter.
what we're all doing now.
You helped make that the mainstream.
I remember going to a studio and trying to talk Snoop into doing television. And Snoop said to me, yo, dog, I don't want to lose my street cred.
Right.
And
Now look.
now he's more popular than Lassie. He is the most popular dog in history and didn't want to do television. He came on and freestyled. I didn't even know what that was. Dr. Dre called me and said he's going to freestyle. And I'm like, okie dokie.
One of the reasons your show really worked was as a viewer, I thought, oh, he really knows these people. And I know you worked hard at building those relationships. Eddie is the most prominent, Eddie Murphy, and there are some amazing Eddie Murphy stories in
Yes.
this book.
Amazing.
But Prince is another one.
Yeah.
And he wanted to see, I need to know what people are listening to in the clubs.
Oh, yeah.
And you take him out.
Yeah, I
Right
told
about
him,
this.
because you know, when you're in New York, you can party till 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
In LA, it pretty much shuts down about 2:30.
Yeah.
And I told him about an after hours club. And I said, but it's illegal. You know, they serve liquor. It's a house down in the hood. There are pit bulls and a fence, and they have to let you in. And I said, but you can see at 4 in the morning what strippers dance to
Yeah.
when they finish work. And people, late night people, would come to this place and party, and he wanted to go.
Yeah.
So I took him, and we hung out, and he just sat and watched what moved people and watched what the DJ in this after hours club kind of played. Prince, you know what? Great musician. There are a lot of things we can say about him. I think what people don't know about him is he had a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was hosting the MTV Awards and Prince performed with no butt in his pants. And it was really famous, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I did jokes about it in my monologue after I got back to my show. Prince sends me a box about this big 2 days later, no, 2 weeks later,
Yeah.
actually. And in that box was a suit. I take the suit out and I'm like, this is cool. I got a Prince of the Revolution suit because it had the symbols on it and everything. And my assistant said, turn it around. I turned it around. There was no ass, no leg. There was nothing in the back. He has a great sense of humor.
Oh my God, I love that. We loved you. We talked about your friendship with Eddie Murphy. We loved you in Coming to America. It's a classic film.
Wow.
But we read in your book that it almost didn't happen.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, multiple times.
Yeah, we had just once we had a bump in the road where Paramount called me and they said, we're worried because we think John Landis just quit. And I'm like, ouch, you know, but they worked it out.
They worked it out.
As we always do.
You were part of that working out.
Well, I'm not a part of anything, but I did go to Eddie's house with a joint. And I was like, let's just relax. You know, but
And what was unfortunate, you were interrupted. That phone call. We'll
yeah.
get into
Oh,
that.
in the book.
In
Yeah.
the book.
Yeah, well, in the
Yes.
book. So you need to read the book to find that out.
It was a rude interruption.
We have to talk about you as a little boy, because when you
I was about to have my first menage a trois when Paramount called me, and I had to leave. But the ladies had fun without me.
And they
That's
were
my
patient.
fault.
And they were patient.
patient.
They were patient. Wait, now I'm transitioning to when you were a young boy. But the first thing you said when you sat on this couch was that writing this memoir, you were going back to like thinking about yourself as a little kid in the basement. This was your dream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and one of the reasons I wrote the book and one of the things I like about the way it came out is if you dream and work hard, you can manifest your dream into reality. You know, if you have kids who have a dream, know what they want and help them chase that dream. You know, I remember when Alan Thicke or Gloria Loren would come to the show separately, they had a kid, and this kid had an interest in R&B.
Yeah.
Robin Thicke
Yes.
knew what he wanted when he was this tall. You know, I put Bruno Mars on when Bruno Mars was this big. And he knew what he wanted, you know, and he worked hard and he got it. So dream, because dreams come true with a little hard work.
With hard work. That's so beautiful.
All right, Arsenio's going to
We
stick
could
around.
sit
Got a
and
little
talk
game
forever.
to play?
Yeah, we're going to play.
Oh, we're playing a game?
Yeah, we're
yes,
playing
we're
a
going to
game.
play Don't Look Back right after this.
Not as fun as those other games you play.
Arsenio Hall. We are having the best time with legendary comedian and host Arsenio Hall, who just released a great book. It is called Arsenio, a Memoir. He stuck around to play one of our favorite games. It's called
Don't Look Back.
Oh, yes, that's a good title.
You like it?
One of my favorite songs by the Temptations is called Don't Look Back. So this is perfect.
There you go.
Okay,
There you
good.
go.
Okay, so here's how it's going to work. Arsenio, you're going to go stand on that little pedestal with your back to the monitor. Photos are going to pop up, and we are going to have to give you clues. Okay, and you'll guess who they are. Each round is 45 seconds. I guess I will go first.
Good luck, Jenna.
Thank you. You know what? Thank you for that sportsmanship. The first category is late night host.
Uh-oh.
I know. Okay, 45 seconds on the clock. Lock in. We got this.
Okay.
Let's go.
Jack Parr. Sorry.
He's this guy across the street.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yes, exactly. You talked about him earlier. He came on CBS. He was during your time.
The great David Letterman.
Yes, exactly. We also talked about him earlier. He was on Comedy Central. He said you were his hero. South African.
Trevor Noah.
Yes.
I almost said Jon Stewart.
Oh, you also talked about her earlier. You filled in for 11 weeks.
Oh, Joan Rivers.
Yes, let's go.
Joan Rivers.
Let's go. You also talked about him earlier. He did the Tonight Show early on.
Jay Leno.
No, before.
Before. Johnny Carson,
Yes,
the king of all late night.
Exactly. You.
Oh, what?
You.
Me, I'm Arsenio.
Yes, let's go. That was pretty good. Sit.
The person standing there is one of the clues.
Well, he's
and
one.
you just
He's
point
a
at the
legend.
person.
He's a legend. Okay, one more.
Okay.
Stay here. Okay.
Now,
Now I have the
Willie,
more difficult category.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Comedians. You're a famous comedian.
Yes.
Willie knows a lot of them.
Semi-famous.
Very
famous.
Okay.
45 seconds. Let's go.
Okay.
Jumanji movies, shorter. Sorry, buddy.
Mr. Hart.
Yes.
Kevin Hart.
Thank you. Sorry, Kev. I love you. One of your dear friends coming to America on your show all the time. One of your best friends coming to
Eddie
America.
Murphy.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Boy, wouldn't it be terrible if I missed that one?
Why are we doing that?
Jerry.
Thank you.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
Why is Willie doing that?
Iconic woman stand-up, had a talk show. It was the most popular show for ages, for many, many years. Just stopped doing it a couple of years ago. Blonde hair, woman, big talk show with a studio audience, daytime talk show.
Oh, Oprah?
Blonde hair, blonde hair woman stand-up.
Ellen.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ellen. Oh, my.
If only I'd had Arsenio and I could have pointed at him.
Arsenio, you're the best.
You're the greatest.
I like that.
you.
Can I take this podium?
Yes.
Please, it's yours.
Yes.
I'd like to be a little above everyone else.
Yes.
We are going to give you that podium.
It's a parting
You won
gift.
it. You guys, pick up the copy of Arsenio, a Memoir at today.com/books or go to your local indie bookstore. You guys, thanks for watching.
I know. Come join us for all the fun every weekday on NBC.
Yeah, and don't forget to take us along when you're on the go.
Follow the Today with Jenna and Sheinelle podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.